Hello and welcome to another edition of our drafting. This is the first DGR draft I'm gonna record. Is it called DGR? No, DGM. I'm sorry. No Ravnica here. So this is a pretty interesting pack. So I pretty much see three cards I could take here. The three best cards here are pretty much Blood Scrivener, Gruul War Chant, and Crassus Incubation. Followed by Deputy of Acquittals and Tithe Drinker, in that order, I think. The first three, I think they're pretty much on equal power level. I have never played with Blood Scrivener before. It feels like it's pretty absurd, so I'm just gonna take it here. Could be totally wrong, and obviously now that I get past Crassus Incubation, that kind of sucks. Um, but yeah. So what to do here? Crassus Incubation is by far the best card in this pack, followed by a probably Rubble Belt Maka. The question is, do we want to take the Incubation or the Maka? Maka goes way better with Blood Scrivener, but if we're getting past a Incubation here, though we have already passed one, so if we go red-black, we kind of manifest them into Simic, I suppose. I kind of feel like taking the Maka. The Incubation is really good, and you kind of want to be in Simic. It's pretty good guild, but I kind of like Rakdos too, so I'm just gonna try and force this bitch. And now we're stuck on taking a Far Away. I also feel like if I want to play Blood Scrivener, Crassus Incubation is not the real good way to go. I also don't like black-green at all. I mean, obviously, we could just not play it, but I would really like to play it here. Well, Far Away is by far away the best card. Far and away the best card. Passing some other stuff that we do not want. So hopefully, there's more to come because this pack looks pretty empty otherwise. Yeah, seems like we're not in the right colors, I guess. Not sure here. There's no real card that would make me interested in any other color. I'm just gonna take Toil Trouble, which is not a very good card, but I think it's gonna send the best signals, and I don't care about the Is It Cluestone right now. We don't know which way we're gonna end up. Alright, so this is a good sign. Punish the Enemy, one of the better commons in the set. Fatal Fumes is really overrated. It costs 4 mana. It's a whole lot. You can usually just kill a 2 toughness guy, unless they are really dumb. Costs 4 mana, so it's very obvious on D. Yeah, other than that, there's a Trashing Mossduck, which is pretty great. And Windrake, which is okay, obviously, but really happy about that Punish the Enemy. And follow it up with another Punish the Enemy. Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous in a aggressive deck, especially if it's black-red. This like kills a creature, deals 3 damage. It's just pretty hard to deal with. Alright, here I'm just gonna take the Rakdos Drake. It's like not a very good card at all. But sometimes you just have to play it, and yeah, could be worse, I guess. Alright, and last 8th pick we have a Weapon Surge, which is usually better in Boros because you have more creatures and less burn. But it's still fine in Rakdos. You're still probably gonna play it most of the time. So let's just take it. And there is another Rakdos Drake, which I'm not too thrilled about, but yeah. Deputy of Acquittals should not be in this pack. This is insane. So I guess Azorius is kind of super open. Oh well, yeah, this is pretty ridiculous. We will not need another Weapon Surge, but I don't know about Is It Cluestone. Doesn't seem like we want it, what we want to do, so I'm just gonna cut the Weapon Surge here so we send good signals, I guess. So yeah, this first pack was like okay, I guess. We have cards that are good, like Blood Scrivener, Maka, and Double Punish the Enemy, and then we have like this, which is like okay, not really anything special. But you can do some serious damage with this, like 6 or 7 sometimes. Sometimes it's just gonna be lava eggs. Sometimes you're like sign and blooding yourself. Rectus Drake's really not great, but you usually end up having to play it. I hope we don't, but if I have to play like one, well, fuck that. I guess I'm just gonna do it then. Here I'm just gonna take clear the path, like sideboard card. Doesn't really matter. So pack 2 is not gonna be great for us, obviously, because we're Raktas. But yeah, pack 3 should be good for us. Um, there are really good black-red cards in pack 1 that we can rely on, but I hope we're just gonna get them. I guess I'm just gonna take this guy. I'm not gonna play it, but whatever. Alright, so that is pretty much what we have here. 10 playables, not counting second weapon surge, which we're most likely not gonna play. Alright. So, there are pretty much two easy options here, which is like Skark Guildmage and Skinbrand Goblin. I've found myself not wanting to be in the third color most of the time. It's not like Ravnica where you have to Ravnica block when they all came out that you have to be three colors, because there are two packs with one guild, so you can actually just skip one pack kind of and just take monocolor cards. And I think that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm just gonna take Skinbrand Goblin, even though if you see it, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we still want to be in black, I think, so I'm just going to take this, even though it's way worse than Skark Guildmage. There's just no way this Cruel Guildgate is going to wheel, probably. And I just, if we're playing an aggressive deck, I just don't want to delude myself with early off-color drops. Alright, there's a Wormwood Infantry, which is totally fine for what we're doing. Also Holy Mantle, which is absurd. Shadow Slice also got, I think it also got a little bit better, just because most of the decks are like more defensive, getting more defensive, and so just this big huge life swing totally takes them off guard most of the time. If we're gonna wheel it, we're gonna definitely play it. It's a really good Rakdos card, I think. So here we have we can't play Death's Approach. We're like, that's too late. We have a Balustrade Spy and a Hellraiser Goblin. I'm not that sure about Hellraiser Goblin because I'm not in love. Balustrade Spy seems okay. I mean, I'm not thrilled or anything, but if Shadow Slice comes back, I'm happy to have it. And otherwise, I don't know. I could take Madcap Skills. We don't have too many creatures right now. I guess we're just gonna take Madcap Skills here. The card's pretty swingy and pretty good on a flyer like Rakdos Drake. I'm not sure this was correct, but yeah. Also, Madcap Skills is pretty good on Armed Transport, which I think we're gonna take here. Also in pack 1 there is, in pack 3 there is Deviant Glee and the Pursuit of Flight, which is also absurd with him. So he actually excels in those Rakdos decks, I think. And taking a random 5 drops, like, not the way to go. I also don't like this because we're not creature heavy in Rakdos, better in Boros. Alright, and there is a Basilicos creature and a Towering Thunder Fists. I think we're just gonna take the Basilicos creature here. Also pretty fine with Madcap Skills. And like I said, I don't want to take random 5 drops, doesn't matter. And there is a Shadow Slice, which is very good with the Rakdos Drakes and the Screecher. Yeah, so pretty swingy deck we have there. And this one's interesting. Either we take Viashino's Shanktail or a Armed Transport. Actually, I like Armed Transport quite a bit in Rakdos decks, like I said, because of Deviant Glee, Madcap Skills, and Pursuit of Flight. Also makes pretty good with Punish the Enemy, because they usually block and you can take out bigger guys, even. Shanktail is a pretty good combat trick though. No, I think we just want to be the aggressor and not worry about 4 or 5 drops if we can get free drops. And yeah, it's pretty sweet now. We have a madcap skills, which goes very good with our double arm transport. Usually means they have to have the removal, and they don't always have it, you know? It's just not that easy. Here, Nightwatch is pretty amazing against us, as is Martial Gloria, but I think Nightwatch is better against us, actually. So I'm just gonna hate it. Why not? Bioshift, just because I can. Hellraiser Goblin did wheel. I don't think we're gonna play it. The second Shadow Slice did not wheel, unfortunately. Yeah, I think let's just take the 5 mana 4/4. I don't think we're gonna play a 1 mana 1/1 that gets a little bit bigger. We do have madcap skills, which makes it a little bit better. But if you look at our creatures, we have like 4 other red creatures or something. So it's really not that good. I think Blood Scrivener is gonna be absurd in this deck, but that's just me. I'm not sure about Far Away. I'm not sure if I actually want a free mana removal spell. It's better than Devour Flash. It's a little bit better than Devour Flash because we don't want to give them life. So if we have to cut some cards, I think it's gonna make the cut. Even though it's an obvious insane card, and if we get like 1 or 2 Izzet Guild Gates here, and we have like no other good choices, then we're just gonna take the Guild Gates and obviously play Far Away. But if we don't, yeah, I don't.